All right, good evening. This is Coach Big Pete, aka Peter Lineweber of DeepDishFootball.com and the We Report. It's time now for Coach Big Pete's Watch List Athletes Class of 2020, version 2019, as I come to talk about the incoming senior class for the state of Illinois recruits. Now, a few things before I get started and then I talk about some of the recruits. I'm going to murder your last name. I'm going to murder your last name. I'm going to mispronounce it, and I do apologize. I do not mean to offend anyone. Again, I really do apologize. Just to start with that. Two, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal, or I'll have the Patreon on the bottom as well. Three, please follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Visit deepdishfootball.com. If you have any questions, my email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com. Feel free to ask away. I noticed one mistake in the list. Smith, he is not playing at Brother Rice anymore. He's playing at Providence Catholic, if I'm not mistaken. I do apologize for that one. I'll try to change it, at least by tonight. I'll try to change it. Again, I sincerely apologize, and I apologize if I mispronounce anyone's last name. But let's get started. And two quick reminders. Matt Lemming Prep Insider Showcase, Underclass Showcase, is in May. Be sure you check it out at Matt Lemming Prep Insider, the best showcase in the state of Illinois and in the Midwest. A lot of college coaches, Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, JUCO. There's going to be a great group of coaches. Check it out, Matt Lemming Prep Insider Showcase in Westmont. Also, free Deep Dish Football recruiting seminar, free info. It's completely free. You have to RSVP though. Check it out on deepdishfootball.com. There's also going to be a link as well. Be sure you check it out. So let's get started for the class of 2020 athletes. Now, most of these kids seen as a two-position athlete, even a three-position athlete, basically. And I include linemen too. So don't complain. All right. Because I get there's too many linemen there. I know. Okay. But our defense, offense, then they lose some weight, they get faster, and they go to linebacker. First, Connor Lopez of Metamora. Again, great frame, athletic, definitely kid you want to keep an eye out for. A lot of people need to understand Metamora is becoming a great place for a lot of lengthy athletes to keep an eye out for. Beardstown, Pascal Gilovagui, I probably mispronounced that. He is an absolute beast, fast, gets the job done. He can do it at all, offense, defense. Definitely a kid you want to keep an eye out for. Juan De La Cruz, Warren Township. I think they got him more to the linebacker mold from what I'm hearing. He is another kid. He's already got, I think, 2 Division I offers, if I'm not mistaken. Another kid. DeAndre Wilborn, Westinghouse, again, another athletic type of kid. He's going to get offers. I expect him, and he's going to be, I'm going to do another article about him. He's going to be one of my spring risers to keep an eye out for, DeAndre Wilborn. Miles Scott, St. Lawrence, I have him as more of a wide receiver. He is an absolute, could be one of the best wide receivers in the state of Illinois. Keep an eye out for him. Travion Rudolph, he's a quarterback at Crete-Monee, but he can play whatever spot that you needed him in college. I think he's got 1 D1 offer, if I'm not mistaken, or 2. He's definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Kamani Williams, East Aurora, another kid. Keep an eye out for him. Running back, I think also defense back, if I'm not mistaken. Andrew Sachs, framed. He's a quarterback, but he can also play a little defensive back. He also can play a little bit of a wide receiver role. Keep an eye out for Andrew Sachs out of Friend. Tyrion Thrower, quarterback out of Phillips. Now, am I going to be surprised if he goes into college as a quarterback? No. Do I expect him to rise more in the spring? Yes. I think Tyrion Thrower is going to be that kid that you're going to say, oh, wow, he's getting a lot more looks in the spring and going into the summer. Davion Lacey, I've been impressed with this kid ever since I saw him at the DeKalb camp. I think he's going to be a very impressive young man. And again, another late spring riser, early summer. Caleb Macaroni of Lincoln Way West, running back. I think a little bit of the DB rover type of guy. I really am expecting a big spring from this kid. He's going to get a lot more offers. Definitely another kid. Ian Benner of Merrill Forsyth is a top athlete in the state of Illinois. He's been a top athlete since his sophomore season. I think even his freshman season, he had a great. I think he had a breakout freshman season too. He is definitely a kid you want to keep an eye out for. He's going to get Division One. He's going to get Division One offers. A lot of Big Ten schools looking at him. So definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Braven Reifstock, Nazareth Academy. I saw him play wide receiver his freshman year. He's moving more towards the DB linebacker type of spot, but definitely Braven Reifstock. He can play anything. Keep an eye out for the kid. Another one, of course, East St. Louis. When we talk about athletes, we got to talk about East St. Louis. Nothing but absolute absolute monsters on the football field. DeMonte Witherspoon, East St. Louis. I think defensive back, running back. He can do it all. Again, the kid is unbelievable. You're going to hear about him on Saturday afternoons, no doubt about it. CJ Buffkin out of Montini, another kid that was brought to the vision of college coaches since his sophomore year. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Plainfield Central. If I'm probably wrong, I think he played first at Plainfield Central. All right, let's go down. Raheem Hinton Curry is another player you want to talk about. Hopefully, I did not mess this up. Good, I did not mess this up. I'm happy about that. Out of Curry, Caleb Green, Fordon Fractional North. He's another kid to look out for as well. Great athlete. Lucas Porto, Providence, tight end, D type of kid. Again, Providence Catholic has got a lot of great players this coming season. Cameron Kirkpatrick, Edwardsville, a tight end, defensive end type of kid. Tall, lengthy, good frame, 6'4", not bad. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for as well. Trevor Land, Chicago Hope, plays quarterback for Chicago Hope, but most likely DB wide receiver type of kid. But all around good kid. And if he plays quarterback, he would be a quintessential, like, if there's triple option type of offense that is still left, I would use him. I would definitely use him there. He's definitely a hell of a kid. Donovan Bieber, Columbia. I talked about first times. Donovan Bieber, definitely a kid you want to keep out for from Columbia. He's going to start rising a little bit, especially into the summer. Sorry about that. Running back, wide receiver, DB, all three things that he can do. Just an unbelievable talented kid, high character kid. Definitely a kid you want to keep an eye for. Sam Tumulty of Willowbrook, again another athlete. Him and his brother lit up the scoreboards last year for Willowbrook. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Le'Veon Fain of now he's gone from Chicago. Hope he's at Phillips. Wide receiver. Definitely in the athlete side. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Le'Veon Fain. You will remember that name. Keep it up. Pay attention in the spring and again in summer. Jody Andrews, safety, linebacker, rover type of guy. Definitely, Jody Hand is definitely another name that you want to keep an eye out for, especially if Andrews, his brother, went Division I as well. And IU, if I'm not mistaken, Jody Hand's another kid you want to keep an eye out for. Big athlete, Samaje Brown, Fordham Fractional North, another kid that you should definitely keep an eye out for. He's got, I think, 4, 5, 6. I think he's got 8 offers, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wrong. He's going to get more offers. Definitely kid to keep an eye out for. Kobe Jameson, Glenbar North. Definitely kid you want to keep an eye out for. Makes plays. No fans or buts about it. Another typical Glenbar North athlete. Jordan Vincent. Stevenson. Again, rover type of spot. Linebacker. 4-2-5 defense. Would be perfect in it. 3-5 defense. Basically, five-man set backfield. He would work great in the Jordan Vincent's. Definitely can keep an eye out for. Mason Rieger, Conant. Mason Rieger, his older brother, was another high-profile recruit. Keep an eye out for Mason Rieger. Jaden Hoskins, Peloton, DB wide receiver. Definitely kid to keep an eye out for as well. Palatine. Palatine is definitely a very interesting place when I talk about 2021, 2022. Keep an eye out for Palatine. Xavier Bonds, Elgin. The kid makes plays. I was completely impressed with him for the Deep Dish Football Game of the Week last year. Overtime Game of the Week. He's definitely a kid you want to keep an eye out for as well. Makes people miss. Again, a little bit small, but again, that goes to his advantage. There's a lot of small athletes on this list, but again, it's going to go to their advantage. Quentin Johnson, he's not at Brother Rice. He's at Providence Catholic. Running back. Could play all in a couple spots, but definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Made a name for himself his sophomore season. Let's go down. Okay. Sorry about that. Just trying to balance stuff out right now. Antonio King, Bolingbrook, punt returner, kick returner, wide receiver, fast, very, very fast. Keep an eye out for the kid. He's done Bolingbrook camp in July, if I'm not mistaken. Very impressed with Antonio King, kid you want to keep an eye out for. Xander Mueller, another brother. Brother had a big name. Is it a Division One? Sorry about that. Sorry for the confusion. Xander Mueller, definitely kid, linebacker, can play different spots. Again, Xander Mueller is another kid you keep an eye out for. Sean McLaughlin, defensive end, tight end, wide receiver, very tall, lengthy, can get up there, can get those jump balls. Did an interview with him, very impressed with the kid. He's going to be another riser too. Marcellus Moore, Plainfield North. Marcellus Moore is the scariest person in the state of Illinois right now. This is the reason why. Track star. I know 2 sports, 3 sports, I talk about that too much. His movements are natural, they're fluid. He does not run like a robot. And I've talked about this numerous times. When I see kids run like robots, they either injure themselves, bad form, and they can't make the big play. This kid, Marcellus Moore, he can play any spot on the field. He is impressive, except for lineman. I don't think he'd be a little too small to play offensive tackle. Marcellus Moore is that recruit. He's a national recruit. He deserves to be talked about in the top 100 of the recruits in the United States of America. He is definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. He's got a bunch of offers. He's going to get more offers. Again, what is key is track. You can see the track movements when he plays wide receiver. When he plays different spots on that football field, you see the fluid movements of his legs, of his arms. It is just very interesting with this kid. He can be a complete game changer for a college football team. Marcellus Moore, Plainfield North. I can't stop raving about the kid. The kid is special. Marquise Garrett, Hinsdale South. He plays quarterback. He can play a bunch of other spots too. Again, Marquise Garrett is another kid. Keep an eye out for. When we talk about Hinsdale South, I always say this. The recruiting season for Hinsdale South doesn't end till March or April because for that senior class, because there's a lot of late risers that Hinsdale South always has every year. I think Marquise Garrett's going to be one of them. Next, Jaquez Woodland, Simeon, again, athlete, as I like to say. Simeon always does this, 5 or 6 athletes every year. Jaquez Woodland is one of them. Dakari Randall, Curry, the kid's special. Dakari Randall is a special type of player. He's basically a quarterback killer. Dakari Randall is a quarterback killer. Simple as that. And he's definitely a kid that you want. Arthur Ray's doing a wonderful job. Curry is looking great. Curry, again, great athletes. Arthur Ray, watch out for Curry this fall. I'm telling you that right now. Luke Lehan, Glenwood Chatham, plays quarterback, plays defensive back. Definitely kid to keep an eye out for as well. Very impressed with the young man. Always impressed with Glenwood Chatham players. Disciplined, tough nose, and again, basically technique type of players. Jalen Brooks, another Curry player. Again, Curry, Arthur Ray, great group of athletes. Jalen Brooks is another player to keep an eye out for. And Jake Arthur's a Wheaton Warrenville South running back, wide receiver. Definitely a kid to keep an eye out for. Another Arthur's from Wheaton Warrenville South. Keep an eye out for the kid. But Marcellus Moore, unbelievable. Jordan Vincent, he's that type of kid from Stevenson that a lot of people look towards, especially on the defense. In that, again, the 5-man secondary linebacker spot. He's definitely one of those people, rover type of guy. Antonio King, I think he's going to rise. Quentin Johnson, he's going to be a late riser. I think Luke Lehan's going to be another kid that you're going to look at later into the fall. Dakari Randall's again. Dakari Randall, Marcellus Moore, Samaje Brown. I'm forgetting the other Curry kid. I'm going to put Le'Veon Fain there. There's two more players. There's two players I'm forgetting. Pascal, Miles Scott, and DeMonte Witherspoon, and Ian Benner. Those players, unbelievable. I'll put one De La Cruz there too. They're going to get more offers. And special group of athletes that, again, can play 2 spots, 3 spots. It's going to be interesting. Ian Benner is definitely a kid that deserves a lot more respect than he's getting. He is doing wonders with Merrill Forsyth. Definitely kid. Another kid is Pascal, of course, from Beardstown. Small school, again, but a kid that deserves all the respect, being one of the top athletes in the state of Illinois. Again, if I murdered your last name, if I mispronounced it, I do apologize. So I did not mean to offend anyone with the last name. If you have any questions, my email is coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com if you have any questions. Follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also, please, if you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation via PayPal or Patreon. I'll put the links on the bottom. And I'm going to try to change it and get the correct information for the schools. Again, I do apologize for that to the recruits. So, have a great night. And next will be wide receivers and tight ends.